I'm working on a sleeve pattern that actually calls for a casing in the bottom of the arm, and I didn't mark it, so I thought it was very befitting to hop on here and talk about tracing wheels. Yay! Okay, you don't really see these often. I know I don't see people using them often, people that sew, but trust me, they get used quite a bit, just probably behind the scenes. So like I stated, I do need to mark this line because I have to put a casing of elastic here. And I thought it would be a great time to show you guys why we use these. So I do have some raggedy chalk, but it works. It's all busted up, but I'm going to use this here. So with the tracing wheel, I have two tracing wheels. This one is more of your industry standard. It pretty much, all of them, they perforate the paper and onto your fabric so you can see your guidelines and mark them with your chalk or your marking tool of choice. I'm going to uh, demonstrate for you guys how both of them look. Now, my preferred go-to on fabric is this more dull one. I think this is by Dritz. You can probably find it at Walmart or any craft store, and even online. This one, it's very spiky. Keep it away from your kids. I keep mine stored away. I don't ever use this one. Now, this one I do prefer if I'm using paper, thick paper, maybe like pattern paper or brown paper, because it actually pokes holes in it, right? And you can see a lot better. So enough said with that. Let's get to what it looks like. So here I have a piece of muslin. I'm gonna just fold it in half because typically I do cut my fabric right sides together. So I'm cutting two layers of fabric. And I want you to see what the difference is and let me know which one you would prefer here. So I'm gonna do a straight line. I'm not gonna do any fancy. I'm gonna just do a straight line. And you do have to press down quite a bit. I'm gonna just do my straight line. See? Now this is the perforated one with the more dull one. I guess I can call it more of like a home version, commercial version. And your more standard one here, this is great for pad paper, guys. I like it. Let's see how this one does. See, I don't really see much. That's why I don't like using it. I can't see a thing. Look at that. Do you see why I prefer the dull one? Now I'm going to try again with the industry one. Yeah, I don't like this one. But for paper, it's good. Let me see if I can find paper. I'll show you guys. Now, I did not mention there's something called transfer paper. It's like paper with chalk on it. That's great. Typically, that's what you would use. You would just put it underneath the chalky part underneath your fabric and you'll trace it and it will actually leave the marking there in color. Hence, you won't have to use the chalk like I'm using. But I'm okay with that. And I'm only using the chalk to show you guys. Usually I won't use the chalk. There's no need because the perforated lines are good enough for me. So here we go with paper. Say if I made some alterations to a pattern on a muslin, right? Say the muslin has the alterations on it and I need to put the alterations on the paper. So remember here, I did mark with the home version, the more dull version of the wheel. I'm going to show you, I'm going to go over it again here so you can see. Let's see how it marks on the paper. All right, and we're going to go with the one that I said works better on paper, the industry one. And let's see how that one turns out. Okay. As you see, I still can't see it, but it's great to mark on your pattern because look, whoa, you do get the holes in your paper. And you can see it a lot clearly versus the home version one. That's what I call it. It's still a great view. I mean, I can still see it, but the choice is yours. But if I'm marking fabric at home and I'm not using paper like pattern paper or brown paper, I'm going to just go for this one, okay? But if you want some holes in your paper so you can see, go with that one. All right, so down to what I actually need to do. So I'm going to put something down to weigh my pattern down, a little cup here. And I'm going to just trace all along the line I'm going to move these pins and I'm going to press down really hard and kind of go back and forth because I'm going over 2 layers now. Remember, I have 2 pieces of fabric right sides together on this muslin, and I want to make sure that it goes through both layers. And I'm going to use a chalk to go over it so I can see it. I think I might use a pencil. I usually use a little number 2 pencil. That works for me. But use whatever you prefer. Let's see how this turned out. Let's see. I can see my line. I'm sure you guys can see it. And I'm going to just take my little chalk. And like I mentioned earlier, remember, if you have transfer paper, you'll just slide it under there. And once you slide your tracing wheel over the pattern paper, it's going to leave that mark there for you. So you don't have to go back and do what I'm doing. I'm going to just gently trace this line over these little perforated dots and just keep going. That way I know where to mark it. I prefer to use pencil, but I'm going to just keep going with this one. There we go. And then let's see how it turned out. And is this the right way, guys? Right sides together. Yeah. Okay. And womp womp. I really don't see it on this side. Okay, I see it actually. I found it. I found it. I can really see it better on this side though. So I think I am going to go over it again just to make sure that it's there. You go back and forth, back and forth. You just put a lot of pressure too. A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure, a lot of pressure. That way it gets through. Most people would prefer to do it with just one layer, but I'm working with what I got here, okay? Just gonna do it like this. And just come on over and trace the line. Trace, 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 trace. Getting a little wonky here because it is a little hard to see, but this is gonna work for me. Elastic is going in there, so I don't have to actually be like to the T perfect because it's gonna gather the sleeve there, but just enough. And also keep in mind, your fabric is gonna tell you what to do. So when I get ready to put this bias tape on here, I'm actually going to curve it. I'm going to press it down. I'm going to gently curve it so it's a nice even curve. And I'll probably do a video on that too and show you how I place that. But that's it for now. Drop in a comment which one did you prefer, the dull tracing wheel or the spiky tracing wheel. I like to call it the home version or the industry version. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful and useful, drop a comment below and also like the video and feel free to share it and save it for future reference. Thanks for watching. Signing off. Later.